Guess how much this was? Guess. If you guessed below $5, you would be wrong. If you guessed above $7, you would be correct. What? I'm sorry. I know that the cost of living is getting everybody, but pretty sure milk still stayed the same. Why are we getting charged almost $10 for a cup of coffee? And look, I get it. It is definitely not a necessity. I 100% understand, but I think it's safe to say most of us do love a nice little cup of coffee in the morning. But what is that? Typically, I get my coffee from an industrial estate. Like, you couldn't even tell it's a cafe if you looked at it from the front. But it is the best coffee, and it costs me around $5. Why? But they're shut today, so I've gone to somewhere else. Why was that like $8? Things are getting out of hand. I think I just spent $4 on ice too.
All the coffee drinkers, come down to the front. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting me on this channel. So all credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, in today's video, looks like coffee is getting way more expensive in the United States. And what other reason can this be except for this new tariffs? The government puts extra big taxes on imported coffee beans, and you all know that Brazil is the world's biggest coffee supplier. America does not grow coffee. Every coffee bean that is drunk in America has to come from abroad. Now with these new taxes, the price of importing coffee has skyrocketed, right? It has jumped, and that cost is landing straight into our cups. All credit goes to the creators in this video. Let's see what they have to say.
Coffee's getting more expensive, and it's not just because of our relationship with Brazil and everything that's going on with that. It's been getting more expensive, but because of everything that Orange Man is doing and the stuff that he wants to put in place with Brazil, it's going to get worse, and I can prove you that it's been happening and going to get worse. Hi, my name's May. If you're new here, I am one of your online political besties, and we're going to chat about this money thing because I'm broke. And I really love coffee, and I'm really not happy about this when I dove into it, and I was like, what the actual fudge nugs is going on? So the tariffs will likely raise prices for things like coffee and orange juice for American consumers, but it has been happening before this. Let's look at it. So this comes from Yahoo Finance. Coffee prices are soaring. Tariffs could drive them up even higher. How many price hikes are Americans willing to stomach for their morning coffee? Roasted coffee prices surged 12.7% in June compared to a year earlier, according to inflation data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, while instant coffee saw a 16.3% increase. The retail price for a pound of ground coffee last month was $8.13, up by $1 since January. Here is a graph from Yahoo Finance, and Yahoo Finance is a very well-trusted on either side of the aisle site, okay? So this is a graph that they made using the statistics from the Bureau of Labor of the price hikes. So this is 2021 prices of coffee, 22 prices of coffee. It really started to jump, 23, 24, 25, and it's really starting to skyrocket, okay? Coffee drinkers swallow high prices. Average cost per pound of coffee, 100% ground roast. So this is that's what it's looking at, okay? And then I used this table in a different video that I was making, but I also wanted to highlight it too. It was talking about Folgers Classic Roast Coffee. We're going to look right here. And on May 20th, it was $16.43. On July 7th of this year, this is all this year, it was $19.24, which is a 17% increase. For Donut Shop coffee, 12 ounces, great value, it was $5.97. Then it was $6.97. So that was a 17% increase from May 20th to July 7th. Original blend of Dunkin' Donuts went from $18.97 to $20.97. So that's also an increase. So these prices are going higher, and it's been proven over and over again by several different sources, and are likely going to keep going up. So if you're a coffee drinker, my heart goes out to you. Who do we think is causing an even higher increase of this besides just the prices are crazy? What is the cause? What do you think? Please let me know in the comments. Love you.
Tariff must have really hit the coffee industry, because I'm telling you right now, the prices that I'm seeing right here in my grocery store is absolutely insane. Check this out. So you mean to tell me that now Starbucks is $15.29? I could swear I only paid $10 or $11 or even less. But it's not only that, it's all these other coffees that were originally before $8.99. This one is $7.99. The Dunkin' Donuts, that's the sale. Ugh, do not like Dunkin'. But everything else, $17, $14. The price has definitely gone up for all the coffees. Now there's a buy one get one free on this coffee. Oh, but let me look at the coffee pods to see how much that has gone up. Yep, they're like at $12. Just a 12 pack of coffee pods at $12.69. This is absolutely insane. The tariffs affect us, I guess, guys. And you know what? I need my coffee. I'm gonna spend $15.29.
$33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything. And we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo I took a shot of, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
I get it. The prices are getting ridiculous and we are all struggling. Let's just even be clear and sincere about the whole thing. We are all struggling, right? The price you buy today is not the price you go to the grocery store and get it tomorrow. Things are expensive. It's ridiculous. It's getting out of hand. And some people voted for this. Like, that's just the sad part. Some people voted for this. Some people brought this onto our laps. Like, we didn't have to find out. But I mean, it is what it is, right? And we just have to make use of what we have so that we don't go crazy.
Of bad news, but 33% of your coffee comes from Brazil, and it's all being hit with a 50% tariff now. And don't take it from me. Coffee Trade Sources says the new duty announced on Wednesday, confirmed on August 1, would halt new shipments of Brazilian coffee to the U.S., which imported 8.14 million 60-kilogram bags of the product from the South American country in 2024, or 33% of total consumption. It's $5.50 here, but please stay with me. Are you ready for $5-6 coffee? Like for a small? Are you ready for $5 energy drinks? Here's a handy little chart of all the things we import from Brazil. Obviously take note of the coffee, but there's also petroleum and iron and other cool things in here as well. And Trump said he wouldn't release this tariff unless they forgive Jair Bolsonaro for trying to overthrow the government, which is really interesting. Yeah, so you know what the president of Brazil, Lula da Silva, said? He said they can survive without trade with the U.S. and will look to other partners to replace them. As you can see, we're their second largest trading partner by total volume, 35 billion. China's 105. This is going to make China take up this entire front half. One of the things we like to talk about is how the Trump administration is completely foregoing all manner of soft power the United States has. The dominance of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency is going away because this guy is weakening it. And he's making countries just run over to China. Which country are you going to trade with? The one that says if you don't roll over backwards for us and forgive all of the corrupt politicians we like, then we're going to tariff you? Or are you going to trade with the country that'll let you borrow their scientists and help you build trains and shit like that? Like, oh man, what a dumb fucking thing to wake up.
Impact your life every single morning. Coffee tariffs are here. And as a coffee roaster, I want to let you guys know the truth about what you should expect to happen to coffee. I feel like talking about tariffs right now is a little bit like touching the third rail, but I think in times like this, the best thing that we can do is be open, honest, and transparent and just tell you guys what's going on behind the scenes in the world of coffee and coffee trade. What I'm seeing right now is there's going to be two main things that are really going to be impacted by these tariffs. And number one is the coffee itself, the roasted coffee, because The only coffee that's really grown in the United States is in Hawaii. There's a little bit in California, but 99% of the coffee in the United States is imported. Now, something you guys probably don't expect or think of is actually the coffee bag, and that's going to have a big price increase as well because a lot of coffee bags are actually made overseas. Let me show you. There's really one major coffee bag manufacturer in the United States, and while they're more expensive, we've used them for 5 years now. You can see for 10,000 coffee bags, they're 98 cents a piece for us to get custom printed coffee bags, which is $9,800. But we've recently had to move away from these guys because out of the blue, out of nowhere, about 6 months ago, the quality just, like, without any warning, without any heads up, everything got bad. Like, the point of a coffee bag is to seal the coffee, and if we can't do that, we can't use those bags. So at the end of last year, we had to move to an overseas coffee bag manufacturer, and you can see the price right here, 52 cents a piece, which is great. But now, all that savings is gone because that price is going to be going up to around 85 cents a bag with the new tariffs. Now on the coffee bean side, price increases have already gone into effect. If you look here, a cost of this Ethiopian natural is $6.92 a pound just before the tariffs went into place. And right after the tariffs went into place, that same coffee went up to $7.47 a pound, like the moment after. And the thing where I feel like it's a little sketchy is this coffee is already imported in the United States. It's sitting in a warehouse right now from a reseller. And the moment they saw the tariffs came into place, they bumped up their prices. And these don't have the tariffs tagged to them because they're already imported. So that's where I just don't really like that. It seems a little taking advantage of the situation. So you guys should expect coffee prices to go up somewhere around, my guess is 10 to 20% immediately. Like if you haven't seen it come already, it's coming soon, but be wary of people taking advantage of the situation. For our business, Movement Coffee Roasters, we're actually going to try to not raise prices at all because we want to be people's everyday coffee option that's affordable. So we're going to take the hit on profit a little bit. And we recently brought food into our cafe to help offset some of those losses. But what do you guys think? How do you think this is going to impact you? What do you think the impacts are?
Well, the obvious impact will be higher prices for everyone. Coffee is already more than 12% this year. And like you said, cafe owners say they have to raise prices for about $1 per cup. Grocery store coffees are also climbing up, eating families, especially those who brew their coffees at home. But for those that drink coffee every day, boy oh boy, it adds up really fast. And another effect is that small businesses are struggling because coffee shops basically work within thin profit margin. I mean, the profit is hardly visible, and these tariffs will just make their costs spike overnight, and many of them might not be able to stay in business. I made a video about small businesses going out of business, declaring bankrupt. Many of them will not be able to stay in business because they cannot absorb these costs, and some will have to raise their prices sharply. And independent cafes, right, are also at high risk of closing down. And another thing is that the workers will get squeezed because if these cafes lose customers, if they shut down, talk about baristas, you said you're a roaster, talk about roasters, they will lose their job. You guys even had to bring in food to be able to supplement the loss, you can imagine. And even everyday suppliers and delivery workers will feel the pressure, guys, because this is not protection for US farmers. Because some people say, oh, these tariffs, they protect American agriculture. For who? Coffee is not grown in the US. So these tariffs don't help American farmers in any way. They just act as tax on consumers and small businesses. Guys, this fallout is going to be massive. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you can know when I hit you with a new update. And I'll see you in my next video. Beautiful people, stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.